Hey guys, what's up? Jimmy here with another Lots of Games video. Hope all of you guys are having an excellent week. Today I'm going to be doing a review for Wonderboy, The Dragon's Trap. This is a game I actually have a little bit of history with, and I'm super excited to tell you guys a little bit more about that in my review for this game. This game is also available, as you can see, I'm going to be doing a review for the Nintendo Switch version. It's also available for the Xbox One, PS4, and the PC. I'm thrilled to tell you more about my thoughts on this title, so let's go ahead and get started with the review. So years ago, I was introduced to Wonderboy 3, The Dragon's Trap, which was available on the Sega Master System. And I was introduced to this game at a friend's house, and I was just so blown away by the game's visuals. And at the time, I didn't have a Sega Master System. And at that time when I was playing Wonderboy 3, The Dragon's Trap, there was really nothing that I could find that looked that good visually and graphics wise on the NES. And in time, I was hooked by the challenging and fun gameplay of Wonderboy Dragon's Trap. And when I eventually got my Sega Genesis, one of the first things that I bought was a power base converter. And this power base converter would allow me to play Sega Master System games. And I was super excited that I would finally have and be able to play Wonderboy 3, The Dragon's Trap at my home whenever I wanted. And out of all of the Sega Master System games, for me personally, Wonderboy 3, The Dragon's Trap was easily my favorite title. It offered variety in levels that you played, and in the game, you're given the ability to transform into different animals and creatures, and these transformations would give you abilities and strengths that would help you get past certain areas, and also help you get the upper hand when defeated certain enemies and bosses. So here we are, years later, and .mu and Lizard Cube have brought us something truly special when it comes to remakes. Wonderboy, The Dragon's Trap. Well, through the years, we have had lots of different re-releases and remakes. As you might know, this generation of gaming there's been a whole lot of remakes. There's been a whole lot of re-releases. But this one's actually, again, quite interesting and unique. Let me be clear, Wonderboy Dragon's Trap plays just like the original release on the Sega Master System. You get all the unique stages and bosses, they're all there. However, the developer Lizard Cube took things to a whole new level by adding hand-drawn animations to the game. Honestly, it's these visuals are cartoon-like. They look so good. And you just look at these animations. They are incredible. And to contrast the difference with the visuals you play, you can actually switch between the 8-bit graphics and the hand-drawn animations on the fly. And you can do that while you're playing the game. You don't have to pause it. It's actually quite interesting. And the soundtrack and the music that they redid, not to say that the music wasn't good and catchy in the original Master System release, it was, but they just didn't, pour it over and just bring those original music tunes over. They totally redid the music. The soundtrack really is fantastic. They took what was great and they brought it to our modern day. And honestly, guys, I do not think I've ever been so impressed with a remake as I have been with Wonderboy: The Dragon's Trap. In this version, it also should be noted that in the beginning of the game, you can choose to play between a boy or a girl. Playing as a girl is actually something new to the series that was unavailable with the original release of the game. Wonderboy: The Dragon's Trap has lots of difficult, just challenging platforming action adventure moments where you need to explore and explore some more. A whole lot of exploring in this game, not just on land, but under the water, under sea as well. And what makes these challenging moments so worth playing in the game is that the gameplay is just solid and it's fun and it's so well executed, just like it was well executed and fun with the original games released in the 80s. Years ago when I originally played this game, it was challenging. It was, and there were a whole lot of restarts, not just with the bosses, but just getting through certain areas and certain enemies. And actually the same is true for me, at least today. This is not the easiest game in the world. There's definitely some challenging moments, but there's a reason for it. And it's if you just continue to play the game, improve your skill, it's very rewarding when you can proceed from point A to point B, point B to point C. And also, I love the fact, as mentioned earlier, the different monsters and creatures you can transform into. You're not just the boy or the girl. I'm not really going to get too much into it, so you guys can kind of find out for yourself. But the different animals and creatures you can transform into really gives variety to the game and makes things just really, really interesting. It's done so very well. It's the gameplay and the game that experience you'll find is much like what you'd find with a lot of other action and adventure games, where you of course, you defeat enemies, you get the gold or the currency, and you buy new armor or equipment. You find that. But it's kind of interesting, again, when you have the different animals and characters that you get to transform into. So a lot of you guys already know there's been a lot of different remakes in the past, and a lot of them have been pretty good. Some of the remakes or remasters, sometimes they kind of get a few missteps. That has not been the case with Wonderboy, The Dragon's Trap. They truly hit this one out of the park. They really, if you guys have any experience with this game, you're going to feel right at home. You're going to absolutely love it. And for those of you guys that are unfamiliar with this game, really try it out. It's only around 20 bucks right now. I have here a fan copy I was able to get. I'll include a link in the video description below so you guys could check out the fan copy for the Nintendo Switch. I think eventually there will be a physical copy for Wonderboy, The Dragon's Trap, but again, right now you can get it digitally for around 20 bucks. It is in fact a must buy. It's super fun, so much to do. The hand-drawn animations are incredible and beautiful, and the music is just fantastic. I love the soundtrack back in the day, and they brought it back. Great music, just a great fun experience. And for $20, guys, you definitely cannot go wrong. I want to thank the folks at .mu and Lizard Cube for providing me a review copy to check out for you guys. If you guys have any questions about this title, leave a comment in the section below. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you later.